These so-called healthcare facilities is all about it's all about money. They really are. Um, this is referencing to my mother who is in that healthcare facility. When you're dealing with Esau, when I say Esau, that's the biblical name for the so-called white man, right? Now, I call them a so-called healthcare facility, a so-called therapist, because now, for the most part, on average, to them, it's a business. It's not really about trying to help get you well, to my knowledge. Because if they is trying to get you well, they still, it's all about this at the end of the day. They're not gonna look at it like, well, um, we understand that it's so-called African Americans, and they're not gonna be willing to look at it like that. We know that y'all income. I need to know what your income is, and if y'all not able to pay it or whatever, we just gonna find a way to where we gonna be able to. There's a program that's gonna help out to where if she's in here, she don't have to. We understand because so-called white people, it's not gonna hurt us. You see what I'm saying? Because our foreparents, forefathers, and foremothers own this world. Because we have to remember the slave trade. It was colonized. You all was colonized. You see what I'm saying? And so they're not going to be willing to go back and look at it deep like that. They know what's going on, but they're not going to do that. You see what I'm saying? Like me talking like this to them, some of our people will go along with them. Like, man, you crazy. Why are you saying that? They'll look at you like you stupid because I told them like this here. I told them several times, I would really want my mother at home, which I mean that. Because look, I've been with my mother all my life. From the day I was born, she raised me, being in a single parent household and stuff like that. And uh it just happened that way. So with me being the person that I am, I'm used to doing. I know her food. I know how she like. I know what she like, and I know how much she don't like. You see what I'm saying? She used to eating the food at home, and naturally, I make sure I make it known. I take care of my own parents myself. She don't have to. I told them. I made it clear to them is that I used to tell her that all the time before she even got to this point. Say, you ain't got nothing to worry about. If something should happen, I got you. That's what I always told my mom. And I wasn't just talking. I wasn't just just speaking bullshit. In other words, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing that. I meant what I said, and I still meant what I said. She's in a so-called healthcare facility, right? Now, and it's not. I don't want her to be in a situation like, cause it ain't nothing like you. It ain't no place like home. It ain't nothing like being taken care of at home. It ain't nothing like being able to get up and go and do. Hold on. Wait a minute. I had to turn that music. I mean, that music in that truck was coming. So I said, and I told these people at this so-called healthcare facility several times, and I've been going every single day, and that's why I come every day. Because a lot of people go, shit, I got to turn this thing off because YouTube will give you copyright for music. I hate I had to run this video and mute it because that damn music. Because YouTube, they copyright your video if you got music in it. The music that you don't own. So, but anyway, um, I told them several times at the so-called healthcare facility. I said I really never wanted my mother to be in nothing like this because I'm at home. I've been came up with her all my life. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I lived with my mother all my whole life. You know what I mean? And I normally run and take care of her little minor things that when I would leave out, you know what I mean? I took care of the medicines and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was explaining this to them because, you know what I'm saying? I said, you know what I'm saying? I told her that if she ever gotten in a situation to where things went a certain another way with left, I told them, I told my mother, I got you. You know, you ain't got to worry about uh nothing. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna take care of it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure you good. That's what I told them. And I told them that several times, I repeated it, reiterated it several times since I've been coming over there every to the healthcare facility. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. All these organizations, so-called organizations, or so-called healthcare and so-called nurses assistants, it's all about money. That's right, money. You see what I'm saying? And so we didn't grow up with a silver spoon in our mouth. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, we did not grow up like that. Most of us grew up living on a low, poor income. Wait a minute here. Let me go over here because I had told my brother, Mr. Hammond, that I was gonna go visit his brother, Mr. Allen, which I'm gonna start doing it more often. And I told him, of course, I'm gonna come over here and visit. So I might have to end up turning this off when I get over here. Yeah, I don't look like nobody's here at home here at his house. Mm, hopefully, let me. I'm pretty sure that okay, this must be his doorbell here. There must be a camera there. I'm pretty sure they should be able to see me out here. I said, I hear the doorbell. Since I'm right here, I'm gonna talk back. I'm gonna finish talking about what I want to talk about. I just want to get this off my hand. I was mighty. I'm gonna come back over here. I'm mighty afraid they probably gone right now for the time being. I'm gonna come back. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back. I sure wanted to see Mr. Alvin Hammond too. I really did. Shout out to you, Mr. Hammond, the brother that I look up to. father figure or whatever, you know. I'm gonna come back though. I'm gonna come back. I'm definitely coming back. But anyway, um, yeah. So when I told them that, when made them very plain, I can do it myself. It's like they gave me like like a Smurf strange look. You know what I mean? Like they didn't say much, but they just looked at me, and I guess they might have been in disbelief with me talking like that because they expect, especially in the African American our community, is that we throw our people in these places, but not me. We don't do that. Now, the reason why a lot of our people do that is because they have been conditioned over time mentally by the so-called white slave master is to be this way, throw their people away and not care. So um, that's what they expect. They expect for us is to be programmed people of color, they want whatever they want to call us, program Negroes or program natives or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's a few of us out here that are conscious. We are aware of what they're doing. We are aware that we live in under a system of white supremacy. The religion, the churches is white supremacy. All that was built by the hands of man. God ain't had nothing to do with no damn buildings. Don't tell me a car fixing to come up here with some music where I got to mute this damn thing. I hope not, because I hear some music, but I'm hoping it don't come. If I have to mute it, I do it. But hopefully I don't have to do it. And rather than just throw your money in these healthcare facilities, I'm at the house with my, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mind. I told them today, I said, well, look, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care what they send to my mother, housekeeper, or whatever in there. All I know is that my mother is more important. She is important. She's a precious daughter of Zion. And I'm going back up there today to make sure she's good. And the other so-called black woman that's sitting up in there with her. Because I'm built and I'm made for this and I'm born for this. And whatever their needs are, I'm gonna make sure that they're met because I love my so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what I want the people to know about me that watch my video. That's right. All the other nations don't matter to me. My people matter to me. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people is what matters to me. And this ain't no bullshit ass talking neither. I mean that. Because you know why? Because the Bible says so. If you go in Deuteronomy 7:6, the Bible said, thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people, above every people, above, when you're above somebody, means you better. This is why I used to come at and film my little stuff. I'm gonna come back over here and do it, but I just spending time, I just want to make sure my mother good and that elderly woman good up in there, you know. Then I'm gonna come back and do a video about I'm realizing what my purpose are. I saved that for another video. But when I told them that over here at the like I said, I'd rather have my mother at home and stuff, but they expect for a black man or Hispanic or Native American or man of color. I'm just saying it like that. I know I'm not black. I know I'm just a person of color. Color don't mean nothing. It's about bloodline, but I'm just saying they expect for you to be ignorant and be a damn slave and speak what your enemy destroyed you is to be in the mind. Because there's a scripture in Deuteronomy 28 verses 48. He says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Until, notice he said, until he have destroyed you. Mean mentally, when you're destroyed in the mind and they done beat white Jesus into you, and they beat hating your own people into you, they know they ain't got to put no yoke of iron upon you no more, because you naturally wake up every day and it's naturally ingrained in your spirit that you've been programmed to be is to hate your own people and not be there for your people. Neglect your people in these healthcare facilities. And the so-called white, they knows that. They know that. Don't think they ignorant about it. Don't think they ignorant one bit to none of it. They know what's going on. They know that our people, most of our people, is programmed is to put their people in these places and not give a damn because they know that we have been, our people has been programmed, and they know a lot of us is not asleep. They know that the majority of it, and that's how. And believe it or not, whether you know it or not, that's how they continue to suck us dry and make money off of it because they know that we don't make wise decisions too much. Now, the only way you pay something is you have no other choice but to do it. But you know what I mean? If it's in a situation to where I have no other choice, but it's a matter of something to save her life and stuff like that, then it would be understandable to you for to go like let's say which well overdraft. I say, well, the most important thing to me, I can always solve an overdraft. But right now, the most important thing it is that my mother, my family, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans' life is to be saved. Because hell with that, hell with the overdraft. You can always fix an overdraft, but you cannot fix a death. You cannot get that back. Once your breath and your is gone out, your life is gone. It's gone forever. You can't get that back. You can't get your physical life back, but you sure can renew and get a draft or overdraft off of your uh, bank account. You can always go and solve that, but you cannot go back and say, well, let me go and get this, raise this person about the grave and all that. You can't do that. But other than that, it's all about helping the Black families, Hispanic families, Native American families save money. That's what love is all about, man. It's helping. You know what I'm saying? Make sure each other's good. You know what I'm saying? And I say, as long as the Most High put me in my health and my strength and everything, give me that desire, I'm going to make sure that my family's good. That's what I want to do. I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting. I'm just letting the truth be made known. Because I really mean what I'm saying. I genuinely mean it. I mean that shit. You know? I ain't bullshit. I'm not bullshitting at all. Yeah. So yeah, they don't want you to do what you need to do is to take care of your people, whatever. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, they don't want you to take care of your people. Now, some people will sit up there. This is another thing that our people do. They'll say, well, not all Caucasian people are the same, and not all of them is this and that and the third and all of that. Not all of them are. But you have to understand, man, if you take a piece of cheese and you cut a piece of cheese off of that whole big old block of cheese, what's the difference in between that cheese that you cut, that you uh amputated? How you say that? Amputated or that you amputated from that cheese. You amicated. I hope I'm saying. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if I can get it right. When you deprecate it away from the original cheese, what's the difference in between the cheese you deprecated, you cut off, and the whole cheese that's still there that you cut off and cut a piece off of it? What's the difference? Does it taste different? No, it doesn't taste different. It tastes the same. The only difference is you cut a piece off of that original piece of cheese. That's a pure piece of cheese. It's still a pure piece of cheese. You just cut it off from that. So what I'm telling you is that when you look at modern day Caucasians today, they're no different from, no matter how good. Look, let me ask you this another thing. They had some good people on them slave ships, did they? But just like me, I consider myself to be a good person. Just like my elderly brother that I look up to as a father, elderly brother, Mr. Hammer. Um, he didn't do nothing to deserve to have to go and pay for his stuff in order for him to feed, in order for him to feed himself and his family. He didn't do nothing wrong, nor his children did nothing wrong, right? But because of his father's disobedience, then he had to pay. And I'm just using that. He had to pay for just like all of us, we had to pay for what our ancestors done. We don't go around robbing nobody, killing nobody, raping nobody, and killing nobody because it's not part of our nature. But just because we don't do that, that didn't mean that it's like we represent that bill that had to be paid for what they have done. You see what I'm saying? Somebody got to pay for that bill, right? If you look at so-called white people today, like they'll say, "Oh, I didn't do it. My foreparents did it. So I shouldn't have to pay for what they have done." If you go to a restaurant right now and I invite 30 people and tell them the bill is on me, right? Now, in my mind, I'm lying, but I'm selling y'all this lie. I'm selling y'all this story. I got you. It's all on me. I'm selling y'all that it's all on me, right? Now, when it's time for the bill to be paid, I sneak out and go somewhere, easily sneak out and act like I'm going to the bathroom. And I turn around and go to the bathroom, but I'm really actually going to the bathroom, but my whole aim is to go in there and sneak out the bathroom and head out the door. And now you got all them 30 people up in there. I made that swearing and made an oath that the bill I had them. It's all on me. I made that oath and said, hey, look, the bill is on me. I leave out. Now the people come with the bill receipt and they said, okay, you owe 70 or you owe $300 for 30 people or whatever, $400 for 30 people, and blah, blah, and so on and so forth. Now, they look around and say, well, the person that said that they was going to pay, we don't see them. But they said they was going to pay. Guess what them people going to do? They're going to say something like, well, somebody got to pay for this bill, right? That's what they're going to say. You think they're going to sit up there and say, well, okay, it ain't your fault. Go free. Unless the Most High work a miracle. But I'm using that as an example to show you that that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna like, well, wait a minute. Somebody need to pay for this bill. Somebody got to pay for this stuff that didn't happen. Even though now you may be a good person, you was an innocent person going and for eating or whatever, you was an innocent person trying to get whatever it is that you wanted. You went. The person said, okay, I'm gonna pay for y'all's whatever, and you in your mind, you like, damn, I thought they was gonna pay for it. You come to find out that the person that said it's all on me, don't worry about it, they left out. Now guess what? Who gonna be left with that bill, that receipt, to pay that bill? The innocent people that the persons that said they got the bill or whatever is gonna have to pay for that. They're gonna hold the innocent people that are reliable to say somebody got to pay that bill for that food that was ordered and ate. Even though the other person said, I got y'all, and swear it under oath that they would, look, don't worry about it. I got you. The bill is all on me. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna look at it like that. They just gonna look at, hey, somebody is responsible for paying this bill. So that's the same thing I'm saying when it comes to God. When it comes to God, God don't look at, well, I didn't do it. I was a good person. I was a good this and that and the third. My forefathers, you shouldn't blame me for what my forefathers done. But the way you looking at it, the way God looks at it, okay, since your forefathers did this here, took and went and disobeyed my commandments or whatever, now they ain't here no more. They ain't here no more. So, you know what? Somebody got to pay for that bill for these commandments being broken. That's how God looked at it. Somebody got to pay for this bill, pay for the bill of the transgression of the laws of God that was broken. So guess what? Even though we ain't did nothing wrong, a lot of us are still walking around here, no transportation. We can't go to no car lot and say, hey, I want me a this and I want me a car, this and that and third. We can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Because we live in a world where our enemy is over everything and they charge what they want. Now, somebody in the comment section tell me I just lied. Tell me I just lied about that. Tell me what lie I told. I'm waiting on the comments. Yeah. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to break it down a little bit more. But let me know in the comment section, like, if you get this, if you done gotten this far in this video, just let me know. Just say something like, I get the point. Just let me know if it made sense or you got the point of what I was saying. Even though, just think about you watching this video now. Even though you ain't did nothing wrong, right? Guess what? It didn't stop you from having to go through something and struggle financially to get your rent paid, get your bills paid. It ain't, them people ain't gonna look at it like this. And, well, since you ain't did nothing wrong, you ain't gonna have to worry about being charged for nothing in these stores. Because you innocent, you a godly person, we gonna give you the access to be able to, you gonna live your, you think the so-called white man gonna come up and talk like that? You think they're gonna be willing to look at you and say, well, since you was this good Christian, this good black Christian, or whatever, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You don't owe nothing. Just get you a free this and get you a free that. You think you think for a minute that that's what's gonna happen. You think for a minute that that's gonna happen. No, because the so-called white man, the white woman, they ain't got that kind of love, and they don't. It's not in them. Is to have compassion. It's just not in them. It's in their nature to be evil. It's in their nature to. That's why we got all this segregation. It's just in their nature to do the stuff that they're doing. Look what they did to George Floyd. Now, I know a lot of people that I grew up with, I'm gonna say it like this here, they probably ain't gonna be able to click on my video and watch it because they feel like what I'm saying is too harsh, I guess. You know what I mean? Or they may say, oh, well, he doing too much. He doing too much. I don't mind watching this video, but I understand what he's saying. But I think he's disrespectful with his language and all this type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? But what I said, I ain't told no lie about what I was saying. Yeah. So I think this was an interesting topic. I talked about this before, but in a different way. But I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna get up out of here. We're gonna talk a little bit later, man.